are waking up to 2021 in a boat that is got some swell. It turned around the swell last night and was coming out of the south, which is making us very swelly. Yeah, it's just swell. So we're gonna have to do something. This is just ridiculous. I don't even know if you can tell how hard it's rocking in here, but like,
rocking pretty good.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, Sam's.
Just, I'm in the rhythm of it. You know?
So yeah, what's it? That's it. We're over 2021. We're putting all of our money into 2022 now.
God, I can't wait for 2022 to get here.
Yeah, this swell's what, probably 2 feet, but man,
Oh my God.
it's just crazy. All right, well, we're gonna motor somewhere. Everyone else left up more. All the other sailboats that are here all left, so that's probably a sign that we probably should too.
We gotta go.
There's only one boat left here besides us, and they're just hung over. Looking at it now, it's pretty easy to see that our primary swell out of the northwest stayed the same through the night. The problem was that offshore winds developed in the Los Angeles area, and that created a secondary swell that made our anchorage untenable. If you use the Windy app and want to plan for this type of circumstance, take your wind view and press the down arrow. Doing so will show you your wind direction, primary swell, and if there is one, secondary swell. At night, I leave our chart plotter on so I can see the boat as it swings back and forth on the anchor. If the boat moves outside this red area, I know we're probably dragging anchor and are going to have to reposition. Our winds were going to continue out of the northwest, so we decided we were going to work our way around Santa Cruz Island and look at the Scorpion anchorage to see if it happened to be better protected. The locals said this would be a good place to check out if we had winds out of the west. Just past Scorpion anchorage, back here. Big old multi-million-dollar yacht pulled in there, which is totally okay. It's just that it wasn't as protected as we wanted. So working our way around the south part of Santa Cruz and trying to get a little protection from this swell. We've got it's like really obnoxious 2-foot swell coming out of the south while we have a 5-foot coming out of the north. So we're just gonna ease around and see if we get a little more protection around the side here. It's a beautiful New Year's Day. I would say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's this New Year's Day?
Happy New Year!
Oh, good one.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Sam never gives 10s out of 10s. Wow. So, yeah, we're just kind of like cruising along, wing on wing, and totally relaxed. Doing 3 knots.
She's back at home in her swing, her happy place.
Yeah. All right, doing our New Year's Day brunch.
Yeah.
With all of our friends and family.
Chips and salsa.
Because it's
actually
like,
our breakfast.
it's just rolly enough that you don't want to be out there dealing with the weather down in the cabin. We worked our way around the island and found this little cove, hoping it could provide us with a place to have a proper lunch and possibly a diving spot. Yeah, we could get the dinghy in there, couldn't we? All right, found this little spot here we're gonna try to maybe anchor in. It's got some protection from this south swell. We'll see how it is. Doesn't look like amazing, but it'll work for us. We anchored the boat in the cove, and then I got my gear on and went out with Sam to try to find some food. I was excited to look for lobster and fish, but when I got in the water, I realized that south swell had completely stirred up the bottom and visibility was very poor. This building's like, what foot? 2 feet? Let's try it in the spot. We We got in the dinghy and left the area of our boat and headed down the coast to try to find a spot that might just be a little bit calmer. The visibility here was a lot better, so my chances of getting a fish greatly improved. I came over some rocks and looked ahead and saw a fish that I'd identified off of our fish chart. Sure enough, it was a California sheephead, and they were supposed to be really good eating. I line up for my shot and then squeeze the trigger slowly and then realize my safety's on. He finally turns and gives me a broadside look, and that's when I took my shot. It was at this point I looked down and realized my spear didn't even go into him, it just hit him on the side of the head. My shot had definitely killed him, but I wasn't sure if there was an issue with sharks in this area, so I figured it was best for me to get to the surface and put the fish in the boat with Sam.
This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever dove in my life. It is mind-bending. Check out this too. I don't know how big he is. I didn't measure him. Do I need to measure this guy? Is he? I chased him forever. I don't think I need to measure him. He felt big. This is so... Oh my God, Sam, we have to come back here and dive. We have to get you certified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get over here. Let me put this to your carabiner.
He's a monster, that guy?
Yeah, it's a monster crab. Let me lobster. Here.
When I saw him compared to the other ones, I was like, oh shit, oh shit. We don't need any more fish, do we?
I mean, I don't think so. But maybe, like...
Oh man, Sam. It is, I'll do some more video down here. It is surreal. It's definitely one of the prettiest places I've ever been in my life. I can't believe my first shot with that gun, I got that big fish. If you can geotag the spot, let's come back here one day.
It's loaded and its safety's on. This ain't bad. I mean, all things considered, this ain't bad at all. Okay, it's no small thing when Greg Briggs says this is the coolest place he's ever dived. So we're in like probably 30 feet of water. These rocks are like really dramatic, and there's just kelp beds everywhere that apparently are just gorgeous down below the surface, under the sea.
We didn't need any more fish, but I figured I'd go back down and at least try to find one or two more lobster. It was at this point that I came around the corner and I found what I called the Lobster Hotel. It was a rock overhang that was just loaded with spiny lobster. You can see this one lobster under the rock, but then what you can't see in the foreground is several lobster that I'm trying to reach with my left hand. Unfortunately, my camera is pointed at the sky as I'm grabbing these lobster and throwing them into my bag. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when you come to the surface after a long dive and wonder if the person that dropped you off is still there. I have a lot of trust in Sam, and fortunately, after just a couple minutes, he arrived in the dinghy.
There's a lobster in the tank. I didn't measure him yet. See that chicken? I found like the lobster hotel down there.
Okay, Greg's back on the boat, and he's got a very heavy satchel full of sea creatures here. So, you want to talk about it? What'd you get?
I think I got two, well, why are you hooking it up?
I'm afraid for my feet. I'm barefoot in here. You're gonna, you know, I don't want to like get a lobster fighting my... Oh my goodness.
Oh, I think he's good. There you go.
Oh, he looks huge. Greg, he's definitely on par with the creature we got yesterday.
I got yellow
Did you spear him?
Yeah. Yellow tail.
Yeah, baby.
And then two pretty good size sheepies in there.
Excellent, Greg.
And I got a little cast one. I found this one that was dead.
A shell. She wanted a
It's
shell.
alive.
Snail. Giant snail. All right, we're getting in this kelp too much. I want to back us out. All right, talk us through it.
I was going down and I saw this guy, and he was under a much smaller rock than you expected, but I would expect a lobster to be. I mean, I thought this guy would have a big cave, but it was like a shelf rock, and I went up to it and realized that he could get out the back side. And so I came in from the front with my arm, and I pushed in, and then all of a sudden he started moving out the back of it, and then he took off, and he went swimming like a dart away from me, and I could just see him going into the distance, just going gee. I was chasing him, and then lost him in the grass, and then I was like, oh, he's got to be in there somewhere, so I swam over and started looking about where he went in, and then there he was sitting just like this on the grass, and I went over and just crushed him to the ground, and then wrapped his tail around him like that, and then jammed him in my bag.
Got him.
This guy was in a cave.
The hotel?
Well, he was with some others, but it's one of the bigger ones. And they had there was a bunch in there, and they just couldn't go in that far. And so I just started reaching in. I pushed in there, and I could feel a couple of them, and I was able to get my hand around his antenna, which snapped off. And then I reached in and grabbed him again, and was able to get him out, and then got him out.
Gotta measure him.
We hung out in the small cove for a while, but with the waves still rocking the boat, we decided we were going to head a little bit further west and try to find a better anchorage that was more protected. There are no big bays on the south side of Santa Cruz, but we did find what looked to be our best bet, and that was the Cochise anchorage. This anchorage was exactly what we wanted, and we took no time to settle in. Our first objective was to get our really energetic 7-year-old off the boat for the first time in several days. So Cass, what's the number one thing you want to do right now?
Maybe go to the beach, run around twice, maybe 50, 100 times. You never know.
You're my little legging.
Oh, thanks, Mama.
It'll make you so much warmer.
I might not wear it
You
anyway.
should put it on when you get
I think when she starts running around, she's gonna go crazy.
I know, but she's gonna get cold at one.
Yeah, I know, but you never need a hat and gloves. Just throw them in the water when you need to.
Alright. This is gonna be like the Normandy invasion when Cass hits this beach. Cass, when you get to the beach, don't break it. Don't break any of the sand.
This is so fun! This is so fun!
We're on the beach! We made it!
We made it! She is so excited to be on the shore. How good does it feel to be on the ground? What do you got? Woohoo! It's so good, isn't it?
Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'm definitely keeping that.
Yeah, of course. nice.
Wow. It's fun to run around on this beach. It gets old. Oh, seaweed, I love seaweed.
We were so excited to have found this anchorage. Even though it was crowded, it was great to have a spot where we could actually take the dinghy and hit the shore. That's the problem with a south swell on Santa Cruz Island. The waves are crashing and are large enough that you can't even land your dinghy and can be stuck on your boat for a few days. Oh, Jess got the anchor light on, isn't she on point?
Good job, Jess. Greg, you need a shot of something. You just successfully did the
Oh my gosh, is that personified tequila?
Yes,
I love personified tequila.
Oh my goodness. Hits the spot.
It's light,
Victory.
refreshing.
Tastes like victory.
Yes, it is.
Let's get this off his
So we made it to the anchorage. It's great. It's really calm here. And we had our 2 sheepies, our 2 fish. And then we caught our 2 lobster. We're gonna eat the lobster tomorrow. We're gonna do the sheepies tonight, which will be good.
There's a big
We met-
beach here and a tide pool.
We're gonna cook some food and then hopefully sleep in until really, really late. Because last night was...
You got up at 7. It wasn't that early.
No, we slept well. We're used to 12 hours a night of sleep each night. So tonight, hopefully we'll knock out that 12-hour number.
Bring it back.
Should be good.
Their average hours of sleep to go up.
Yeah, but we're in this little lagoon here, and let's just say, like, maybe they don't love their boats as much as we love our boat, but their boats are much fancier.
Much longer.
Like yeah,
longer boats.
I have a feeling
Taller
those people have rules about like washing their feet before they get into their boats.
I doubt it. They have enough money. They just pay somebody to wash them.
No, I think people like that make sure people wash their feet. Yeah, I would think.
Mom, can you help me wash my feet?
Yeah, exactly.
We're running the fancy operation.
This is one of those.
Cass just upgraded us.
I know she did.
What do we got there? Fancy beer. It's fancy beer night.
Barrel aged Dark Star, limited release 2019 Fremont, because beer matters. It's a dark beer. It had wax on it, and it was tough to get open. And it's got a sweet dragon on it. Can you see the dragon? Can you see that dragon?
Whoa!
Can I see it?
Whoa! Look at that dragon.
Cool dragon, huh? It's gonna be good.
All right, yeah. Okay, so what do we got going on, Jess, tonight for dinner?
All right. It's called Sea Fresh to Table Ensemble. The fresh fish that Greg basically served out of the ocean for us is cooking. They're called sheepies. Their teeth look like little tiny baby dentures.
Yes.
Like this.
Cassie's new teeth.
So we're gonna pull those off. They've already been cooked in butter and garlic and a little bit of spices.
Everything that's
And then
good.
I got carrots on the side and then bread on the side, and that's about it. With lots of butter,
Are you eat some bread?
nothing goes wrong.
I just have to add that I am so ready to try these sheepies because I heard they're like the best fish ever. And like it's really possible, like if you can scuba dive and you have a spear gun and you're in the Channel Islands, you can go down in these kelp forests and you can get them yourself. The sheepies are not that hard. The lobsters I felt I was more challenged by. I could got probably 20 or 30 sheepies, but the lobsters were really challenging. I caught 3 in 2 days, but using the most excellent skills I could muster to pull it off.
This is the perfect.
And Sam and Cass are wrestling.
I need that carrot.
One of the downsides of using a bow and stern anchor is that if your stern's into the wind and you decide to barbecue, your friends around you might think your boat is on fire.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, they're all coming out there.
Oh, wow.
Situation when we were cooking the bacon.
I think they were in their dinner.
Well, at least their boat's gonna smell great
I
though.
think they're pouring water on it now.
This is awesome. Very public failure.
Are you going out to check it out, Sam?
Yeah.
I'm going out. I'm going out to check it out.
I'm going out. Whoa. Mom, you gotta come out here. There's 100 stars.
Really? 100?
Yeah. I don't think I see the moon, but come up here. There's so many stars.
There are a lot of stars.
Okay, and that takes us to kind of the end of this day. Yeah, we're anchored with a bunch of other boats in this anchorage. We're stern anchor, bow anchor is how they do it here. There'll be no swinging. It's really protected. The winds have died down. Should be good nights of sleep. Cass, was it a big day? Oh yeah. She's definitely indicating that it was a big day. That she can't even hang on any longer. All right, see you in the morning. Again, thanks for making it to the end of another episode. I wanted to thank you all for your support and also let you know that I finally reached 1,000 subscribers. I hope to see you back for episode number 5, where we continue our quest for more fish, have a great lobster dinner, and then start a return trip back to Ventura. Until then, don't stop dreaming about your next adventure.